Hello, fans. Today's game is sure to be a good one. Now set right there with your favorite snacks and let's meet our Lion of the Day.
Today's video is Shawn Bryson. He is represented by a 2005 score, Revolution, #to199, with an on-card auto, slabbed by stats grading. What if I told you the Detroit Lions' leading rusher in 2003 wasn't a household name and wasn't even brought in to be the guy? Today, we're diving into the Detroit years of running back Shawn Bryson, a player who quietly became one of the most useful pieces on the roster during a tricky stretch of Lions football. Shawn Bryson entered the league with Buffalo, but his Lions chapter begins in the spring of 2003 when Detroit signed him in free agency. He wasn't introduced as a franchise savior. He was brought in as a versatile back, someone who could handle carries, catch passes, and stabilize situations when the offense needed easy yards. And that's exactly what he became. Here's the stat that surprises a lot of people. In 2003, Shawn Bryson led the Detroit Lions in rushing yards with 606. That's not just a trivia nugget, it's a clue to his importance. Because Bryson wasn't a 25 carries a game bulldozer. His value came from being useful in multiple ways. He started 13 games that season. He carried the ball 158 times for those 606 yards. And he caught 54 passes for 340 receiving yards. That receiving number matters. On an offense that needed answers, Bryson often was the answer. Checkdowns, flare routes, screens. Anything to keep the chains moving and stay out of disaster. If you watched the Lions in that era, you remember how often the offense needed a safe, reliable release valve. Bryson made a living being in the right place at the right time. Let's talk about the type of job Bryson was doing in Detroit. This is the part of football where highlight reels don't help you. Third and medium and the pocket collapses. The back has to be available. Blitz pickup. If the back misses, the quarterback pays for it. 2-minute drill. The back has to understand spacing, timing, and leverage. Shawn Bryson became the kind of player coaches trust because he could do the little things. Catch the ball cleanly. Fall forward. Know the down and distance, be dependable week after week. And in 2003, that trust showed up in the numbers and the starts. In 2004, Bryson's rushing attempts dipped, but his overall usefulness didn't disappear. He logged 50 carries for 264 yards and added 44 receptions for 322 yards. That's a very specific profile, a player who can keep a defense honest on the ground but hurts you most as a receiver. This is where Bryson's Detroit identity really crystallizes. He wasn't just a backup runner, he was an offensive tool. By 2005, Bryson continued doing what he did best, contributing across the box score without demanding the spotlight. 64 carries, 306 rushing yards, 37 catches, 284 receiving yards. If you're tracking touches, you can see Detroit consistently found reasons to use him. That's usually the clearest sign of value, when the plan keeps making room for you. In 2006, Bryson's year ended early. He played 6 games before being placed on injured reserve with a knee injury. And after that season, his NFL playing career was essentially done. Shawn Bryson's Lions tenure, 2003 to 2006, is the kind of career slice that gets overlooked because it doesn't come with Pro Bowls or massive rushing totals. But if you're building a team, you need players like this. Adaptable, accountable, consistent, and useful in multiple game scripts. He even shows up in Lions team history write-ups as a notable free agent addition from that era. Another small reminder that Detroit did value what he brought. If you enjoyed this deep dive Shawn Bryson Detroit Lions story, drop a like, subscribe, and comment.